So good morning everybody. So today we are going to epoxy our lures, and I'm using the Unicorn Art, trying to get it here, Unicorn Art resin epoxy, crystal clear resin. It's a two-part resin and it requires equal amounts of each one. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure this out, mix it up, and actually put it on these parts that I painted a few days ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this epoxy out. Being very careful to get the exact same amount. So these cups have measuring marks on them. And I'm going to measure this out. And I don't need much to do these two lures with. So I'm going to measure it out for 5 milliliters of, and always make sure you get a mixture. Don't make the mistake of putting the same epoxy, the hardener or the resin in twice, because it won't harden up, it won't work right. So there we go, we have the resin in there and the epoxy. Take these and put them over here on my shelf. I got a stick to mix it up with. You want to make sure you get it mixed real well. So here we go. And from what I read, you have about a 30-minute working period with this. So the other stuff we airbrush on. This right here we just take and brush on. So what I'll do is I'll take the lure. Actually, hold on just 1 minute. There's one part that I need to do or we'll have issues. So what I'm going to do is, so I have clear eyelets in the lure itself. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to stick a toothpick into this hole. And I'm going to do the same thing in the back. Because with this epoxy it's almost bulletproof, and once it gets hard, there's no getting it out of the hole. From what I hear, even a drill is kind of a hard thing to do without destroying the lure itself. So, oops. So what we're going to do is we are going to take and brush this on. Going to have to do this standing behind the camera. So this is just a cheap brush. It's nothing spectacular. It's one I got at Walmart. And you want to take and brush this on really evenly. Look at the way that brings that color out. Nice and shiny, looks beautiful now. It looked a little powdery and plain before. I gotta keep this in the... Whoops, I'm still doing it low. There we go. But you gotta make sure you get it from all sides. My toothpick in the back fell out. And you don't want a super thick, but you want a nice even coating over the whole lure. So once we're sure we got a nice even coating all over the lure. As you see, it makes it super shiny. It gives it that wet look. You want to be careful not to get this stuff on your skin too. I could be wearing a pair of gloves, but I was a little ill prepared today. So, as you can see, let's try to bring that back a little more. It'll be easier to get in the picture frame. As you can see, this right here is looking pretty good. Making sure to get a nice even coating. There we go. There's the first one all done. So I'm going to set this brush down over here. There you go, a picture of the lure. Now we're just going to hang this one up. I'm going to put it right here on my little hanger. And from what I hear, it only takes about an hour, but I would probably give it 24 hours before I would mess with it. Oh yeah, and we want to make sure we get this toothpick in the bottom. It doesn't have to be stuck in there super perfect. But I took and made a V here because I thought the toothpick was going to stick in there a little tighter. And it didn't. So anyway, there it is hanging there, and now we're going to just take and do the second lure same way. You just paint this right on, really nice. Making sure to get every single part, because that's one thing that will stick out like a sore thumb, is if for some reason you miss this. Whoops, whoa, almost lost it. That wouldn't be good. As I pick up pug hair, or as Nike calls it, pug glitter. He thinks he does no wrong. So I gotta slide this back. There we go. I don't know why this one's so slippery compared to the other. Alright, we lost the battery there for a couple seconds, so I went ahead and finished since you only have so much time with that epoxy. So anyway, there's one of them. I applied the eyeballs, and all they do is the eyeballs come on a sheet, and you apply them with just a little bit of pressure. They're sticky on the back, and then you go ahead and you epoxy over them, and as you see, that really looks beautiful. You know, those eyeballs, I paid extra for the 3D ones. They look a lot better when they're in focus. But I paid extra for the 3D ones, and man, do they look good. Both the lures come out really nice. I believe my second one actually came out better than my first one. Who would have thought? I think I might have found a talent here. So anyway, excuse me for the coughing there. We will let those dry out, and then I'll tell you, I'll show you how good do they come out. They still have to do the split rings and the hooks to them, but pretty much they're all completed at this point. So We'll be back probably tomorrow is the first time I'll touch them. I believe they say it's 1 hour, but I don't want to take the chance. They look so good. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. This is Bud from Bud's Northeast Outdoors. Thanks a lot for checking this out. This is one of my lure craft videos. I've got so many hobbies I'm into. Man, I'll tell you what. We're loaded for bear this year. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to fish some of these lures. I made a spinner bait and a buzz bait. Those are kind of along this color pattern right here too, and those come out super well. I do have to epoxy the blades on those. I used them last year unepoxied, and I just like to go with the durability. This stuff here, supposedly once it's cured, you can hit it with a hammer and the color is going to stay there. I'm not going to hit them with a hammer because I don't know how durable the actual bodies are, but anyway, these here are two of my prototype lures, and like I say, once I get to the point where I'm good at this, I'm going to try to do 10 at a time, and we'll put them up for sale. You guys can either message me on Facebook at BudTate42, or you can just go ahead and leave a message right here and I'll get a hold of you. You can give me your Facebook and I'll instant message you. Not sure what the prices are going to be. Probably going to be probably about twice the price of what you're going to get in the store. But are these will all be handcrafted, one-of-a-kind baits, different color patterns. I have a lot of ideas for a lot of different colors, so we'll see how things work out. Hopefully things go well, you know. Not really trying to make a lot of money, but I have to buy the bait blanks. I had to buy all the colors that I use. I had to buy the eyeballs, the epoxy. That epoxy's not cheap. You see these little bottles here, I think they're 8 ounces. So you end up with about, yeah, they're 8 ounces each. I don't know if we got that in where you can see it, but 8 fluid ounces. These are 24 bucks. $24, can you imagine that? But hey, if it makes the bait look good, it makes the paint job durable, I'm all for it. So I'm going to try and do a really crazy perch pattern on these right here. It's a square bill. And I'm going to try and make them look very realistic compared to the area. I also have these poppers right here. I'm going to try and... I don't know if any of you guys remember the old Storm Chug Bug in the frog pattern. I'm going to try to recreate that on that. We'll see how that goes. They'll also all have the 3D eyeballs. They're all recessed. You can see where it's recessed on these baits right here. Right there. Yep, right there. And really deep on the popper. Whoa, where is it? There it is. Right there. Real deep. But I'm going to try to do these the traditional old moss green pattern with yellow and black spots on it. We'll see how well it comes out. It won't be an exact replica of what they had, but I'm going to try to freehand the dots, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm not super good on the trigger yet on the airbrush, but you know, with time that'll all be better. You know, just a little bit of practice, and the more baits I do, the better I'll get. The more I'll charge you guys. No, that's a joke. Like I say, I'll probably charge about double what they get in the store for a good quality bait. I mean, some of the baits in the store right now are going for 20 bucks. I don't see me charging over that. So, and I'll use good quality split rings and hooks. Right now I have owner hooks that I'm going to put on these. And I've never heard anything bad about the owner hooks. So, alrighty, well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later. This is Bud from Bud's Northeast Outdoors saying, see you later. We're out.